Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange 2 is being teased. Derrickson, the director of the original one, he's the one that's teasing it on his social media, specifically Instagram, since he seems to have walked away from Twitter because of everything that's happening. Doctor Strange 2, we learned, a couple weeks ago that it's definitely happening, so,
yep.
Hype. I mean, they've certainly been talking about it long enough, and there's no way you throw away that franchise considering how much money the first one made, so...
No. I never understood people going, you don't need a sequel, you can just have the one. It's like,
you want to have that connection to the supernatural side in the MCU, because there's a lot more stories you can tell.
There's a ton of stuff you can drag out through Doctor Strange. Let's say if the quantum realm is going to be big, why would you not keep Strange around?
Yeah.
No.
Well, not just that, since he has all these other realms, and we've seen how good his powers are. Like, for example, in Infinity War, and even Thor Ragnarok. For the little we see, and we see how much he's learned. It's like, can you imagine how nuts the next movie's gonna be? Oh man, there's so many possibilities, and you left so many loose ends. Like, what? Are you just gonna throw Mordo away? Don't deal with this. He's gonna be the next Red Skull.
When do you think it's coming out? They're filming in September.
Whoa. I don't know if it's going to be filming in September.
Oh, you think production is just starting?
Yeah, maybe he's just working on the script or the.
I assume if you do a post like that, it has to be filming, but it doesn't always have to. It just feels like a shit, Yeah.
I feel like they're probably entering pre-production, which I'm assuming they're going to start probably mid next year. Would be my guess.
This is what I've always said for the longest time, is that even now more than ever, social media has lifted up that curtain even more now, where you have directors just tweeting out saying that they're going to start pre-production. It's not filming, not post-production, pre-production. Even people who just tweet out I got an idea for a script, I'm writing it right now for them. Not even pitched it yet. It's just one of those things, the curtain has been lifted up, and it's a good and bad thing, because people expect more when they shouldn't, because the curtain's lifted up and it's still early on, but it's kind of fun knowing that, certain people are working on certain stuff, even if it's years away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I find it's different with films, though. If you compare films to, let's say, for example, video games, right? You notice how we know everything about films like this, the directors talk about it, the actors are like, oh yeah, this is going to happen, and then we know the entire process, whereas to, video game processes, they're like, we might be working on a new Fallout, and then they're just quiet and tease it. It's the industry's so different. And what I like about Doctor Strange, and specifically Derrickson, when he's been talking about it, he's been very open about the fact that we're definitely going to see Nightmare Realm in some way, shape, or form, and he wants to go more horror route and things like that. And I'm I feel that this is going to be one of those 2020 movies that they're teasing, especially if you look at if they start next year. They usually have that 1 year turnaround time from start to release. So do you think Doctor Strange 2 changes the release frame? It's not going to come out in November like the last one, or do you think that's
I was going to say,
November
what's the dates for the movies?
There's a bunch of dates that are still out there, right, that they announced years ago that are just, they won't say anything until after.
There was more recent ones as well.
Right. I got the list right here. In 2020, May 1st, we have an unannounced. July 31st and November 6th. So realistically, he's probably November. Yeah.
I say they Black Panther is obviously going to be the February one, even though they moved it up forward. Yeah. So if it worked in November, keep it in November.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we've also been saying this for a while now. I mean, Mitch, I think in the main show too, I swear we talked about summer's year round now. Just because something worked in November doesn't mean it can't work in February. Just because that's where the date happens to lie, or the movie happens to lie. Right? It's summer's year round. It's kind of that weird thing now where big movies.
I would pull a Sophie Turner and say, well, look what Black Panther did in February. It's not every movie could do that in February.
I think if I remember correctly, Hunger Games was, and that was 2012, right? One of the first ones to do big in March. And I think Lego Movie was one of the first ones to do big in February, and then it kept going after then. And now we're just waiting on January. January is the only month left that's still considered the dead month, because there's nothing yet that's big there. February through December, there's always something.
Always. I get Hellboy in January. That's something.
Well, I mean, if that happens big, then that might be the first one. Who knows? It's hard to predict audiences a lot nowadays, because nobody thought they would latch on to Black Panther the way they did. I didn't, and look how big it got. So you really never know. It just takes one, right? It takes one to start that rise. So, yeah, you say November, September, could be whenever, really, especially since they're starting pre-production in September. Say they start filming in March, April, they could have it out by June if they wanted.
Realistically, yeah. And do you guys think they're going to do the Marvel thing? Because Kevin Feige said multiple times, in the future, we're looking at more crossovers and team-ups to keep these characters, in the universe. Do you think they toss anybody into Doctor Strange 2 along for the ride, even if it's like a subplot or minor thing?
It's just been pitching Scarlet Witch for the longest time, ever since that one... There's that one run that we did on the comic show. What was the one where magic got destroyed or something and broke in and she helped to fix it?
Well, that was the
her solo run.
No, that was a Doctor Strange book by Aaron. Her solo run was the Witch's Road.
I thought it was. Well, that could be a mix, right? Magic is broken and Scarlet Witches came to help. I don't know.
I mean, the Witch's Road fits in with the aesthetic they've made. So
yeah,
I know.
I think we all would like that just because we want to see more Elizabeth Olsen in the MCU because she's only really in the team-up movies right now, and Avengers specifically, so it's like, we'd like to see her do more because her character is that good, so, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Doctor Strange 2, it's going to be one of these things where even if we know they're starting production and everything, we don't know the release date, which I just hope that they can, keep it, I guess... How do I put this without sounding like an a-hole? Keep it more interesting than the first one, because the first one, as much as I love it, it's in my top 10 MCU. It did suffer that whole, it's an origin story, and we were 15 movies into the MCU, so naturally the second one's...
It was very safe.
How does that make you sound like... That's the surprise. How does that make you sound like an a-hole? That just you just thought the first one had boring aspects.
Yeah.
It's because he's complaining.
You should have told me. I would have said it. The first one did have some boring aspects to it.
The origin story always comes off a little boring, if that makes sense. Because it's a slower movie, and it's especially that after Civil War, you're like, oh man, this is a back to basics.
When you see when you see the movie, right, it's at least the first part of it, all right, well, here's Benedict Cumberbatch. He's gonna get injured, and he's gonna. That first part seems same old, because it is same old. Yeah. It is an origin movie, and it's 100% not a good, but a accurate kind of statement about that. It is an origin, so it is gonna feel the same. I personally thought it would have been better if they leaned more on the Eastern philosophy stuff. I thought the little bit they teased in the movie was really good, and which, just even that little bit makes it higher for me. But that movie is kind of it could have been better. I mean, Rachel McAdams really did nothing. Kind of.
Well, I would love maybe if they used her more, the comic counterparts,
100%. I hope they bring her back. I hope they do so they can have her be utilized more. And I'm pretty sure Derrickson would even call to that saying it was an origin story. We only had so much time for this and that. They just had to get them out of the way for, Infinity War and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, the upside with that is the Russos have already done the character development for him.
True.
So, you were just training him in the first one. It wasn't really anything. Now he can do everything.
And Taika, maybe a little bit, right? Because Taika did show off in Ragnarok that he could do a little bit more.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
So even over
the
3
way,
movies, he had character development.
The way the Russos done it though, where you saw more Doctor Strange stuff, the Crimson
he learned more.
So you saw.
I think that was them just getting people ready for what the next one is going to be.
Yeah,
It's oh no, it's been 5 years since we've seen this dude. He's learned everything there is to learn. Because he has time.
Well, so. Not quite everything, because once you learn everything, that's when everything stops getting interesting.
Yeah, true. Well, I guess he'll have to deal with Nightmare in some way, shape, or form. So
it's definitely going to be Nightmare.
Oh yeah, no way about. We're going to move on to the next subject here at hand.